It's time to spotlight what's been going on in the news, the markets. We're heading into the fourth quarter. Jay Woods is with us, Chief Global Strategist, Freedom Capital Markets, joining me live here at the New York Stock Exchange, of course. So we got rid of September, August, but October sometimes can be a little volatile.
Yeah, you know, August, September are the two worst months, but October is known for some historical, epic events. Usually bottoms are formed in October, and that's kind of what we're looking for right now in this market, is to find that bottom. And maybe there is a washout. Maybe there is an event coming up over the next few weeks, but I don't think we're done with this sell-off just yet. And yeah, there could be one more shoot to drop.
You talked about levels. You talked about, last time we spoke, you spoke about 4350 on the S&P 500, and that if we broke below that, you were then looking down closer to the 4200 level. And are you still looking at that now?
Oh, without a doubt. I think it's almost a foregone conclusion. We just have to test it. From a technician's point of view,
get close to that,
yeah, we're 4200 is a key Fibonacci retracement level from year high to low. It's also major support level. When you go back a year ago at this time, we were talking about, can we get above 4200? It was resistance. Well, old resistance becomes support, and it's also at the rising 200-day moving average. So you have three major technical levels of support. Plus, it will give us a nice oversold condition. So last week when we had that rally towards the end of the week, this may sound horrible, but I was a little frustrated with it in that, you know, we just couldn't flush it out. The VIX couldn't get above 20. Oil, it got to 95, it fell. There are a lot of major headwinds and headlines that read negatively, but I think right now the setup is still for a little more of a pullback, and then the seasonals take over. We hold and we rally into year-end. Yeah.
A little Santa Claus rally. Do we finish the year higher than where we are today?
We do finish the year higher than we are today. That I think we, you know, barring some crazy events, I think as we hit November, December, people are going to start to chase performance. Some of those Magnificent Seven that had been beaten down, you know, Apple down 15%, Nvidia down almost 20%. These stocks will find a floor, and they're coming into some nice levels where I think they're attractive again.
Let's talk about that a little bit, because Nvidia got the conviction buy.
Goldman Sachs
today. So as you said, it's coming off the highs, but it's one that you're watching as an investment going forward.
Yeah, well, long term, I still think Nvidia's a stock you buy, you put away, you try not to worry about it. But when you talk to clients, when you talk to customers, you know, people like to watch the day by day. That's what we do for a living. And today, after being put on the conviction buy list at Goldman, it had a nice pop right to its 50-day moving average, which looks like it's rolling over. It wouldn't shock me to see it not jump through here. I think we probably will sell off. This is a good opportunity to maybe lighten up again and buy it back cheaper around this 403 to 411 level where it held the last time. You know, that's for traders. For the longer term, like I said, buy, put it away. And then the key to me, the key catalyst once we get through this October period that I think we may have one little leg lower are earnings. Starting off with JP Morgan October 13th, the financials have been under some pressure. And then, you know, watch these Magnificent Seven names, because they've given some back and they had good earnings. They cross that bar again, I think people will finally jump back in.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe earnings season is upon us. It's coming. You have Jobs Friday. That's something you're watching for, and you think that's such a key level, something that we need to watch for data. Yeah,
without a doubt. The jobs number from week to week is the one thing that can move markets, and it hasn't just yet.
And now we'll get the monthly.
Yeah, and we'll get the monthly as well. And what you'll want to see is if there's any major surprise, because unemployment is the one thing that we're expecting to finally tick off. And we're hearing about strikes. You have the United Auto Workers strike, the writers strike, and we still haven't seen that major tick up. It's ticked up in California, which is, you know, if you took California out of the United States, it's an economy unto itself. Maybe California leads and we start to see a tick up. Anything surprising there could cause a little more jitters here, but the soft landing narrative is still in play as long as the jobs numbers remain relatively in line with what they're expecting.
So you mentioned Apple off the highs as well. Is that a name that you like generally? And a lot of folks say you don't short Apple in the fourth quarter, so you get into the holidays and things like that, that it's a name sort of more for the long term. And what about a name like Tesla? You got some delivery numbers today. Do those names jump out at you as opportunities?
Yeah, Tesla's a little more volatile. That's a stock that you really, if you're a trader, you have to be on top of. But for me, Apple is another stock like Nvidia. You just buy, you put away. It is down 15%. It's coming into a rising 200-day moving average. This iPhone 15 release has it has a lot of buzz about it. Let's see what the numbers are when the next quarter comes, and then let's see what Tim Cook has in store for us. I know that trip to India was a big story in summer, and I have a feeling that will be the next story where they can save a little bit, and the next market they really start to capitalize in.
So as I'm looking at, you have a lot of fun facts and fun stats. Yankees missing the playoffs. I mean, I can't believe that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about any of these fun facts. I mean, I know you have some data points and that are worth maybe noting.
Well, as someone that follows the market over the long term and seasonal, and shout out to Ryan Dietrich, who I gave a shout out in my weekly newsletter this week. We want to see how we're faring, and this year has been a dream as far as seasonal trends sticking to form. We had a down August, a down September. Okay, so has this happened before? Yes, it has. And when it's happened 10 times when the market has been, the S&P 500 that is, has been up over 10% for the year. And all 10 of those times we finished the fourth quarter higher. So
that's why
I like those statistics. And yes, the Yankees did miss the playoff. That was a headline that, when I write, I talk about what traders are talking about, and sadly we were talking about that last week too. But for the market, I think the fourth quarter, the last 2 months are going to be strong. And just because we have been on that seasonal track doesn't mean it's going to repeat itself, but the statistics show that people are going to start chasing performance at the end of the year, and it wouldn't shock me to see us another 4 or 5% higher than where we are now.
Right. Traders are also talking about the Giants game tonight.
They are. I'm an Eagle fan, so I'm already happy. So.
Okay. Just Eagles fan, right? That he's got some nerve. Okay. Well, we'll leave Jay Woods right
I'm never coming back. It was
now.
nice talking to you.
Good. Thank you, Jay Woods.